Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we've got a couple of banners coming up very soon, so we're going to talk about these. Now I know this is kind of fresh because I just did my monthly pull plans, but I'm still doing the normal pull video because I am going to talk more detailed about the side characters, and we'll talk about what the spheres are and all that. So we've excuse me, we got the Queen banner, we got the Tifa banner. So we'll start with spheres and just once again, you should never summon for spheres specifically, but just to know if you do go in on the banners, what EXs to look out for, right? I would say Ico and Gladio's spheres, they're a little bit niche. Gladio is a B slot that does give attack, but it's on HP damage taken. So there's very few characters that you would want to put that on. It's pretty much a tank sphere, right? So it's not something you need to keep a ton of, but there are a few characters that do Gladio sphere. And then Ico does have a C slot healing sphere, so sure if you want another one of those, but you don't need to stress about holding on to a bunch of their EXs. Queen, on the other hand, has one of the best D spheres in the game. Hers is an attack max brave up for the party. And I believe you just have to attack a broken target, which is very easy, right? So Queen has a very, very good D sphere. And then over here, we've got Leon and we've got Saz. Now, Saz, like Queen, also has a very good D sphere. So Saz and Queen are both party attack up spheres, right? Leon's sphere isn't anything too crazy. And actually, I don't remember what Tifa's is. I forgot to look Tifa's up. Let me double check Tifa's sphere because she's not ringing a bell for me. So let's just look that up really, really quick right now while I am thinking about it. Let me just double check her sphere really quick. So Tifa's sphere is, oh yeah, 10% attack up on crit damage. I kind of thought hers was pretty decent. So yeah, Tifa's got a nice A slot attack up. Now there are a lot of A slots that you could go for, but yeah, if you get extra Tifa EXs, that is something worth holding on to, right? Now in terms of the banners themselves, we'll start with the Tifa banner. I would say, Saz and Leon, if you need super budget options, I guess. But realistically, you probably don't want to be using LD only characters for the most part. But they're both, I would say Saz and Leon are both somewhat usable characters LD only. Saz just because he's a support character, he's going to battery, has some decent buffs, right? But his damage is going to be not good. He has no echo, so he loses a lot of value for that. Leon can serve as a serviceable tank. The thing with Leon is he only works in certain situations. The enemy basically has to be non-elemental, and then you can enchant them for dark, and then he makes the party absorb the dark damage. It's a very cool, unique type of tank. It's just that he doesn't work everywhere, right? So I wouldn't stress about those two, for sure. And then Tifa, I talked about this on the monthly poll plan, but she is still one of the better DPS characters in the game. Outside of Astos, probably the best single target DPS in the game still. The one thing you have to keep in mind is that with characters like Astos around and just general power creep, DPS characters kind of are, they fall off quicker than other characters. And being that Astos power creeps everyone so much, you got to kind of be picky and choosy over which DPSs you're taking, because what you're pretty much doing is if you have Astos, any DPS characters you're grabbing, they're basically just for lockout, because if you're doing any fight where Astos can work, he's going to be your primary choice to use, right? And the other thing with Tifa is a lot of players already got her because she's been very top tier for a long time. So I think most players won't need to worry about Tifa. Now, if you're a very fresh account and you missed Astos, I think Tifa is a nice pickup you could grab, right? Then let's go ahead and go to the Queen side. Now, the thing is this side banner also has a lot in common with the last one, right? Both of these banners, they have kind of a DPS as the main character. They both have a tank and they both have a support character. Kind of interesting. These are balanced banners. You are getting a good variety of character here. And the side characters on this side also I think are usable, right? Ico is a healing battery support character that does have revive. So if characters die, her LD can revive you, which is kind of nice. But once again, if you have the choice for a support character, you want something with Echo at least if you can. But if you're desperate for a budget option, sure, Ico could be a support you could use. Gladio, I would say, is actually quite premium. I still really like Gladio. Well, tanks to me are the best. For LD only characters, tanks are probably the most top tier LD only characters you can get. And Gladio would be just about as top tier as you can get. Outside of Selfie, I think Selfie is probably the single best LD only character you could get on a banner right now. But Gladio would be right up there, probably number 2. Gladio and Edge, those types of characters, and Galef, those are the top tier LD only characters right now. So Gladio is top tier. The thing is we're just following up a character like Auron, which Oron is going to be way more premium than Gladio. He's got FR, he's got BT, all that stuff. But Gladio is like not just serviceable, but actually like a very good character you can run. So I do think Gladio is worth it if you don't have him. The thing is we know that by JP's timeline, they actually just got Gladios like FRBT. So like that's the time when you're really going to want to pull for him. So I would say I don't know that you need to run in here and like just get Gladio because we just got Oron. If you have like no tanks though, like sure you might want to step in and grab it, but we got Kelger coming. And I think Kelger is going to be like the new premium tank. So I actually, this is one of the few times, normally Gladio is an LD character that I would normally say like, yes, you should go in and get him. But because we just had Oron and we got Kelger coming, like the premium tanks are there right now. I would say Gladio is a really good budget tank. So if you decide you want to pull for Queen, Gladio is 100% worth building up, for sure. Like, very, very good budget tank. Very good for lockout, too. Especially if you like you use up your Kelger, you use up your Oron, and you still want another tank. Gladio is going to be there, right? Great character. And then we have Queen. Now, Queen is an interesting character because I don't know if I want to... I think most people would maybe classify her as a DPS that also supports, but I could see her being kind of like a support character that has DPS. She's really kind of in between for me, because she batteries and heals like a support character, but she's kind of meant, like she goes into a rage mode and does very powerful HP plus attacks. I believe she has 8 dumps on one of her attacks. And so I think the idea is you could use her as a DPS. I guess she kind of reminds me of Jill a little bit because she feels like that type of character, right? Like a character that if you build her, get the BT, do all that stuff, could feel like a very good DPS character. But at the same time, like maybe FR only could be a solid support character. But Queen, I think because of everything else that's around us, I really wouldn't recommend Queen. I think there are going to be better DPS options this month and there are better support options this month, right? As I said in my monthly poll planning video, I think Lena and Kelger should be like your priority. If you're someone that you're only concerned with getting the most out of your resources and you're concerned with meta, I think Kelger should be like your damage option / like tank option. And I think Lena should be your number 1 support target this month. Now, if you have resources that go beyond that and you like Queen, sure, go ahead and grab her, right? Or if just Queen's a favorite of yours, always go ahead and grab your favorites, right? But anyways, I would say overall these banners are actually probably pretty skippable. But I think a lot of value in Gladio as a side character. Some decent spheres you could pick up with your EXs. And both Tifa and Queen are going to be good characters. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're going to pull or not. Because my tickets are overflowing, I'm going to ticket Queen FR. If I get lucky and get the BT, my plan is I'm just going to book it to get an ingot. But with, like, I'm 100% prioritizing Lena and Kelger. They're getting the green BTs. Now, if I get enough BTs beyond that, then I'll consider maybe greening somebody else. But right now, that is my priority. So let me know what you guys are going to do. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.